Hey moms, welcome to the Gather Moms podcast. My name is Kate.
And I'm Rebecca. We've created this space just for you because we're both moms and we get you.
Yes, we believe there truly ain't no hood like the motherhood, and we need to be in this together. We also believe we can't mom well without Jesus, so you're going to hear us talk about him too.
Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Gather Moms and make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss a single episode.
All right, mamas, let's jump in.
Welcome to season 1 of the Gather Moms podcast. This is episode 1. Kate, I'm a little bit in shock that we are sitting here right now.
I'm so excited. This has been a long time coming.
Girl, this is like the greatest thing ever. We hope other people think so too. Thanks for being here today.
Hopefully, if not, we are having so much fun.
That's right. Just laugh with us.
Yes.
So I'm also in a little bit of shock because we're kind of in the middle of what people would call a pandemic.
Yes.
What
Crazy
is that?
times.
That word? I never even said that word
No.
until recently.
Didn't know it was a thing. Not something we've ever experienced, obviously, or even our parents have experienced in their lifetimes. It's banana pants.
Ooh, banana pants. Kind of makes me a little hungry. It's a pandemic for sure. And it's what we like to call a roller coaster or a
Rona-coaster.
That's it, man. It literally, we are dropping
Yes.
and going up and dropping and going up. My stomach is in my brain.
You just never know from day to day, like where you're going to be on the Rona-coaster. Like, you know, I'm ticking up. I had my coffee. It was good. Everything feels fine.
Haven't watched the news yet.
Chirping. And then I open social media and I drop.
Woo, yeah.
You know?
I don't really think we're saying wee on the way down.
No.
No.
And even like you may make it to vacation. Somehow you have found the magic unicorn where you can go on vacation and it's safe and you're out there on the beach and you're just like,
Yes. Feels like another world.
Yes.
Yes.
We're just on the great part of the Rona-coaster and then you try and go to a restaurant and it's like,
Oh. Just
Big
walking
dip.
around, masks. I mean, it's just a different feel. Everywhere you go, it's just a different feel.
Totally.
I remember when I was in middle school band. Were you in band growing up?
No.
Girl, bring it. I was a flute. And we would, back in the day, go on band trips at the end of every year. And we went to Six Flags one year.
Yeah.
And if you live in Texas, you might know about this thing called Six Flags.
Mm-hmm.
And they had this wooden roller coaster called the Texas Rattler. Do you even know what that is?
So I feel like in Houston, because I grew up closer to Houston. Were you coming to Dallas?
Yes, we were actually in the Austin area, but we drove to Dallas to Six Flags. Yes.
Okay. Isn't there a Six Flags in Houston?
Girl, I don't know.
Oh, come on. I think there is. Because it was called the Texas Giant. Or maybe that was AstroWorld is what it was
Girl,
called.
it was AstroWorld. Yes, that was not Six Flags. Come on, Astros, baseball fan.
Okay, but the Texas Giant was like the Rattler because it's that big wooden.
Yours was wooden too?
Yes.
Maybe mine was called the Texas Giant.
I don't know, but that is a death trap. Like you get thing is so rickety.
Yes, you could hear like the wood moving as the roller coaster rumbled along.
100%. And it's like, I'm certainly going to die. Like one of these.
And I'm 13 or 12. Like I'm this, small being, child. And you sit down in this cart and they put this one bar over your lap.
That's
a bar.
how it was.
A bar.
We didn't have these harnesses.
No.
But very sophisticated.
And when you would go down the hill and your whole body would come up off the
start
seats,
to slide out.
like that cannot be safe.
No.
No.
You're either sliding out of that thing.
Yes.
Because it's sweaty too.
Sweaty too.
Right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
the back of your legs are lubricated. It is like meant to kill you. It is a death trap. And then you're going around those curves and you hear.
Yes. Okay. So that's when you were on the first, go down and you're freaking out. You're falling out of the roller coaster and you're
Yes.
thinking in your mind, show me the exit.
Get me out of here.
Get me off this
I
thing.
remember thinking that we took the kids to Disneyland and it was my turn to take the kids. Okay, Jeremy got the cool ride that I really wanted to do. So anyway, I ended up on the Guardians of the Galaxy thing with him.
Ooh, I love Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, I didn't realize it's my most hated ride. It's the one where like you go up and then you drop.
the drop. Yes. Yes.
I remember thinking to myself, get me off of this thing.
Yes.
Like, I want out so bad.
Yes.
Because I didn't realize that's what the ride was. Because from the outside, it looks like something totally different. And it's not until they strap you in and then you start going up and down that you're like, uh-oh, these jerks are about to drop me from 10 stories.
Okay, so I am married to the man that goes ahead of time before we go somewhere and watches all the YouTube videos about all the roller coasters and shows them to our children. So when we get there, we actually kind of know what to expect on these roller coasters.
Does that freak them out? Or like,
well, I mean, I think it's kind of however you train your kids. And so now my kids are trained like, oh my gosh, we're going to watch the video of the roller coaster. And then we get there and they love it. So our kids love it.
That's hilarious.
Yes. But that's the thing about this whole COVID thing. There is no YouTube video to show us what's about to happen. This is a first-time coaster for all of us, the whole world, the whole pandemic world.
Oh, I love that idea, dude. I wish we had a YouTube video where I could be like, okay, this is what to expect.
Okay, but that might scare us all. And then we like get under the bed and ain't coming out.
That's fine. Maybe that's true. But if I knew what the ride was going to look like, then I could maybe brace myself a little bit. At this point, we have no. I mean, you could go maybe read about the Spanish flu.
What? We going back in history to the Spanish flu?
What? They didn't have drive-through restaurants.
No, and they didn't have bathrooms, right? I mean, what decade are we going back to here? I don't even know.
I'm just trying to say, there's no precedent for this.
Yes.
We can't figure out what have other people done that has worked for this. Yeah.
And part of it is that we have no control. I think, just like us watching the videos of the roller coasters before we go, it almost gives you some idea of control because I know what I'm walking into.
Exactly.
But this whole situation is just out of control. We have no idea. Right. Why do you think, especially as mamas, why do we like to have control?
Oh, man. Well, I feel like the educator side of me knows that kids need stability and control. They have structure. They need to know, kind of what's coming next and things like that.
Yes.
And so I think as mamas, we know that we have to implement some of that in their lives so that they feel secure, they feel stable, they know what to expect.
Definitely.
And also there's so many things that can happen to them and go on that we want to make sure that they're protected. And
it's like when they hand you the baby in the hospital. They're like, here you go.
Yeah.
Wait, you're sending me home with this small human being that I have to keep alive?
Right.
Yes.
But at least in that scenario, we got a book or somebody's done this before.
We are reading the book.
Yes.
What to feed, when to feed, how to change, how to sleep.
Yes, because that knowledge is power. It helps how to engage in this time of life.
Yes.
And we're in a season where there's no knowledge. So we feel powerless and out of control.
I think it's innate too. Like I think, in some sense of it as human beings, we all are born with this idea of independence and control.
Yeah.
Like even as toddlers, we can see, as soon as they're able to walk and move,
right,
they just want to go where they want to go. They want to be able to decide what is next for them.
That word mind comes way too fast. Yes. Like your sweet little angel baby, that little 2-year-old that, and they say mine and you're like,
no, it's cute at first. You're like, they said mine.
When mine said it, I thought, what kid did they learn this from? What little demon spawn,
Okay, if you played with Kate's kids when you were small, she is not talking about you.
But it was no one. It was from him.
Yes.
It was from his own little selfish that wanted to control his world.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And I think that's part of it. As much as we like to think we're beautiful human beings with goodness just overflowing out of us, we are selfish in the sense that I like to have control because I like to decide what is best for me, my family, myself.
Yeah.
And I want to make that decision and I don't want anybody else to make that decision for me.
Oh, 100%. And, I think what's hard too is every family is different and your children are different and you have different personality types and what works for you. And so you need to be able to kind of set some boundaries of, this is what works. We call it, this is the Henderson way.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This is how we do things in our home.
And right now we're living in a time where we've got some other people making decisions for how they think this whole thing's going to go.
Yeah.
It makes me feel out of control because they're getting to make these decisions and then I'm having to either ride along with that or retreat and do my own thing.
Right.
So I do think just part of the motherhood job description, I think part of that idea of control just comes with it. It's just what we think as mamas we have to do.
Yeah.
I actually looked up the definition of pandemic.
Oh, you did?
I mean, girl, it's a new word.
What is the definition?
Let me take the SAT again because I would totally get this one right. Some of the definitions were broad, sweeping, unlimited and worldwide.
Oh.
It kind of sounds like a movie, don't it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there are some movies.
There are.
I've watched them.
Outbreak.
Girl, as soon as this thing happened, I was like, get on Netflix.
Nope.
What we got?
You.
What we got? I'm going to watch it.
That's our YouTube.
That movie?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of similarities.
Really?
That's a whole nother episode.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, we
I
cannot
haven't seen
even be going there.
Okay.
No, we could not even be going there. Okay, so then I was also thinking about how when you get on Facebook sometimes, do you ever see those little ads that are on the side of your feed that like offer makeup or
listen, dude,
organic
this
oils
is where we differ
or
because
T-shirts?
I see all these dumb ads, and I have been stung once when I ordered that bathing suit.
Oh,
from
the bathing
China.
suit from China. Yes, I remember this.
And it came, and it was a nightmare, and I tried to send it back, and I ended up going to Beijing and came back. When I got
Y'all,
back...
she ain't kidding. She actually went to Beijing.
Yeah, literally.
Not with the bathing suit.
No, but we went on a trip, an intentional trip. You're not supposed to say what it actually is. And when I came back, the postage, it was sitting in my post office. Like I had gone to their country and back, and this dang bathing suit had come back to me. It had been returned. So never again.
Where is the bathing suit now? I'm curious.
You know what? I have it somewhere because I feel like it would be a good like talk illustration somehow.
You have got to bring that baby out.
Yeah.
Does it not fit? Is that why you didn't like it?
Oh, it's like the colors on it are so ridiculous.
This is a ridiculous time, friend. Just put that thing on.
And one is a one piece, and like
you ordered more than one.
I ordered 3.
She ordered 3
because they were like $10.
Oh my gosh!
So it felt like a no lose situation. Although I lost majorly.
$30.
The one suit, the crotch like hung down to my knees.
Girl, my mom can sew. We could take care of that for you. Come on, let's fix it. Let's fix it.
Okay, but so you get we have other friends too. Y'all get sucked into these Facebook ads.
Mm-hmm. I did one just the other day. It's a planner that they send you every month. So it's just for that month. And then they send me a planner for the next month.
And like you checked on the validity of this company?
Oh, no. No. It looked pretty. It had some pretty pictures.
You just wait.
I just did it.
You just wait.
I gave him my credit card information and here we go.
It's either going to be like 2 inches tall, like 2 by 2.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. What size is it?
Y'all got to pay attention. That's why I'm not doing this anymore.
Okay, so the other day I clicked on one of those little Facebook ads and I went to it and it was a jewelry place. And so this is what, I've never seen this before. This is what they said. If you buy one, then we will send you a surprise of our choosing.
Nope,
as
that's
an
terrible.
Extra.
Nope. Back out of that situation immediately.
Aren't you just intrigued?
Did
like,
you
what are
purchase
they going to
something?
send me?
Please tell me you didn't buy.
I actually didn't purchase this one because here's why. Because it said one of the extras could be a scarf, and I'm just not into scarves right now. It's 100 degrees outside. I don't want a scarf, so I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Whatever.
That is my worst nightmare. A grab bag.
It's like a
from
grab bag. Yes.
Unknown country.
Oh, I am totally intrigued by the grab
No,
bag.
they're not going to send you a diamond bracelet. They've got some scatly scarf that has been sitting in dirt. They're going to throw in your bag. Like, here's your
scatly. This girl, you are using words that I'm just going to start a list. I need to just look them up. Oh my goodness. Okay, here's the deal though. There is a point to this.
Yeah, circle us back.
Let's circle back
to the point.
So with these ideas where sometimes you go and you like buy one, get one free or buy 2 and we'll send you an extra, harmless. Okay. Yes, it might be an ugly scarf, but it's harmless. Here's the deal. I feel like this COVID thing, we've all bought one and the grab bag they're giving us now, we're like, no, I don't want any of this. No, I don't want any of this.
No, I stand by my previous reaction to the grab bag. I don't want to buy what you're selling. I don't want your extras.
No.
I don't
keep
want
it. COVID.
any of it.
Take it back. Take it back. We want a refund.
Yeah.
No, we do not want it.
No.
Okay.
Get me off the ride.
Show me the exit.
Yes.
Yes. So as mothers, we have this idea of control. We don't want the grab bag. We want exactly what we choose for that moment. I also think another part of a mother definition is a helper. What do you think about this? Do you think that moms are just naturally thrown into this idea of helping?
Yeah, like you're the helper.
Yes.
With your kids and stuff?
Like, Mom, I lost my shoe.
Oh, God. Yeah, 100. You could also call it the...
Mom, I need a snack.
Yeah. The butler, the maid, the cook.
Okay, so here's the situation the other day. I am in the bathroom, in the potty room. I don't know if you people have a potty room. We got a potty room in my bathroom. It's separated by a door.
You always call it that. Okay, because it has an actual door?
Yes, it has an actual door.
Okay, ours is like a cutout.
no, I have a door that I can
That
close.
is very high class.
Okay, the husband is at home. He is on the couch. And multiple children walk directly past the parenting figure on the couch into my bedroom, calling my name the whole time.
Yeah.
Into the bathroom, still calling my name.
Yeah.
Seeing the door to the potty room closed and opening the door to say, Mom, can I have a snack?
Yeah.
I'm mad about it.
As you should be.
I understand that you feel that my definition of motherhood is helper, but I feel like that same definition was given to the other person in the house that you just walked past.
Without a doubt.
Why can he not help you?
No.
Why does it have to be me?
Mm-hmm. No, those kids have to be trained. You have to walk their little happy tails back to the helper number one and say,
I just start yelling.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
The door was closed.
Yeah.
Are you bleeding?
Yeah.
Do you need to go to the hospital?
No, but they do that because they know they have a captive audience.
Yes. Yes.
You are stuck on that potty. My kids come and sit on the edge of my bathtub. All three of them.
No.
Well, all of a sudden, I'll be in the potty and all three of them all of a sudden end up, and I'm like, what are y'all doing in here? I talk to you all day long. I help you with all the things. Can I have
a
this
moment.
minute and a half?
It's like 30 seconds,
Yeah,
right?
it's not a long time.
I mean, as we get older, it may take longer. I'm not going to lie. Over 40, something changes. But just so you know, I need to have these, maybe it's 2 minutes now, just to myself.
Yes.
Give me a sec.
Yes.
Okay. We are helpers, though. We are naturally helpers.
Of course.
And we naturally, as mamas, like control.
Yes.
Okay. But
Check.
here's our problem right now. Because we want to help
Yeah.
by controlling,
Oh, sister, bring it.
we're out of control.
Yes.
We're in chaos right now because we feel like everywhere we turn, I don't even know what to do. Like
Can't
usually
help.
I'll have an idea, okay, we're going to do this and we're
Right.
going to take a step forward.
Right.
And I kind of feel like this whole COVID pandemic has put us into a state of disarray in that I'm not even sure what to do next.
I mean, I cannot agree with you more. I feel like I'm kind of at a loss for words because
Yes.
it's like, I mean, 100%.
Yes.
That is exactly where we all are. And I love that you've identified part of why I feel like we're feeling this so emotionally as moms.
Yes.
Because you're exactly right. We do want to help. We do like to create structure and be in control.
Yes.
And those have been stripped away from us at
Yes.
this point. Yes.
And the problem is that we, especially as school comes to our school day comes, we feel this impending pressure. Like there's this like finish line that we're trying to get to.
Oh, man.
And I think we all thought that by this point we would
Yep.
be past it. Things would be different. And now we're looking ahead going, oh my goodness, if this is a race, we may still be in the first section of the race. We may not even be close to the finish
100%.
line.
It's like it just keeps ticking up. This anxiety and stuff. It's almost like we are kind of on that
Roller coaster.
up,
Yes.
up,
Chick,
up,
chick,
up,
chick,
up.
chick,
Yeah.
chick, chick, chick.
And it feels like we're about to just lose our minds as this thing just tumps over,
Yes. Yes.
And that is what this feels like. It feels like everything is increasing in intensity as we prepare to go back to school.
So here's a positive that I think we can pull from this. Number one, after what we've talked about today, I feel like we have identified a couple issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As mamas, we desperately want to help not only ourselves, but those around us. And we typically help by controlling situations,
Right.
putting the boundaries in, pulling the reins back, saying,
Right.
here's what we're going to do. So right now we can identify, okay, I've got some issues. I have
Right.
some needs,
That's good.
some things that I need to do. And I read this the other day on the internet, a reputable site.
Okay, thanks.
on
We'll
the
talk
internet,
about
yes.
that later. Yeah.
But he said that amongst other things, the thought that the sense of need fits the reception of healing and help, meaning the idea that once you know you have a need, then you can begin receiving help. But until
That's
you know that
good.
you have a need, you're really still trying to do it on your own.
Wow, that's
You're just
good.
kind of grasping, I think you said this, grasping at straws,
Yeah.
what could I try next? Maybe I'll try this.
Yeah.
But it's in that moment when we actually can stop and say, okay, wait a minute. I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't have any more ideas.
Right.
I am in a sense of need. I desperately need help.
That's good.
Then we can actually start to figure out where we're going to pull that help from.
Yeah, I love that.
And just like we talked about in our opener here for Gather Moms, we believe that help and that answer is Jesus Christ.
Yes, 100%.
And so we're going to go back to him today and we're going to ask him what he has. And so I read this story in Luke. It's Luke 9:10-11, if you want to look this up later, but I'm going to read it to you right now. It says, on their return, the apostles told Jesus all that they had done. So Jesus had sent the apostles out to provide acts of healing and to go and spread the word throughout the territories, and they had come back to them. And so he took them and withdrew apart to a town called Bethsaida. And when the crowds learned it, they followed him, because what we read in Scripture, especially in the Gospels, is that wherever Jesus went, people followed.
Right.
And even when he tried to withdraw and pull back, they somehow were able to find him without GPS or Instagram
right.
or Facebook. I mean, seriously, we people know how to find something when we need it.
Yeah.
So they followed him, and he welcomed them, and he spoke to them of the kingdom of God. And he cured those who had need of healing. So it struck me when it said he cured those who had need of healing. It makes it sound like it was only the people in the crowd that knew they had a need that were able to receive that healing.
Yeah.
So then my question is there somebody that was in that crowd that didn't know they had that need? They were still trying to do things on their own. Did they miss that opportunity for healing that day with Jesus?
Wow. And it's right there.
Right there.
And when you can acknowledge it, you know, that he wants to give the healing that you need.
And it says that he welcomed them. That's the wonderful thing about our Jesus, is that even, I'm sure they were tired. The apostles were tired. Jesus was tired. They had been preaching the gospel. They had been healing and helping. And they had tried to withdraw to a place where they could just get some rest. And the crowds just pressed in and followed him. And the first thing it says is that Jesus welcomed them.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know about you, but just like that whole idea of being a helper as a mom, I get tired of providing the help sometimes. Just like we talked about in the potty room, like sometimes I just need the break.
Yes.
And when my kids come searching for me, I am not welcoming them.
Right. You're right.
I'm not doing it.
Right.
But that's the thing about our Jesus. He is not like
that's right.
We
he never
are
needs
as
a break.
Mamas. He never needs a break.
Yeah.
He is always ready to welcome us.
He's the helper.
He is the helper. Yeah. And he knows that he has that to offer us. And he's waiting for us to figure out our issue.
Yeah.
I want you to know that you have a need so that you can turn to me instead of trying to still do this all on your own.
And it's so much better.
It's so much better.
Yeah.
He has the power within him to heal. It says that those that were in need of healing, he gave it to them. Right. And it doesn't have to give us specifics of what all he did. It just says that he did it. He provided the healing. And as we go into this, as we continue in this pandemic, and as we continue to move forward, because we are moving forward, whether we like it or not, it's July, it's going to be August. I mean, we are just moving at a pace, right? We can't stop this roller coaster.
Yeah.
Our Jesus is right there, just maybe even sitting in that front seat next to us. He's got his arm around us, just like the mamas do. Put your arm around that baby, keep them in the seat.
Yep.
Because he knows we're about to go over the hill, and he's like, I'm here.
Yeah.
I've got the healing.
Right.
I want to provide it.
Hand it over. Let me do the healing. Yeah.
So the other scripture I wanted to share today is a scripture out of the Psalms, and we absolutely love the Psalms. It just speaks to us because it's all about people crying out to the Lord.
Yes.
So Psalm 121 says this. It says, I lift up my eyes to the hills. From where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. He will not let your foot be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. For the Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade on your right hand. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. The Lord will keep your going out and your coming in from this time forth and forevermore.
Oh my gosh. I feel like that was just like balm, like healing balm to my soul.
Yes.
Beautiful. And, you know, I've read that psalm many times before, but man, reading it in this time, it is crazy fitting.
Yes.
So many of the things that it said.
That he does not sleep.
No.
Or slumber.
No, you're going out and you're coming in.
Yes.
That's what causes me so much anxiety, trying to go out.
Yes.
And
then coming back in and feeling like you need to Lysol your whole body.
Yeah.
Yes.
I lift my eyes up to the hills. He's my helper.
Yes.
I don't have to do this on my own.
One of the things that I read when I was studying this was that that first verse, I lift my eyes up to the hills, that it's almost like when you look at the hill, like that's where you want to be, right? So you kind of have this dreamlike stance of like, that's where I wish I was. Yeah. I wish I was on the hill. I wish I was past this. Yeah. I wish I was over this. And it's as we look up to that hill or that dreamlike place where we want to be, that's where the help actually is, because God is there.
Yeah.
He is above all, in control of all, over all, sees all, knows all.
That's right.
You know, our God is not in a place where he doesn't understand what we're going through.
Right.
No, Gospels do not tell us of some pandemic COVID experience,
Right.
you know, that our disciples walked through, but our God knows all. And so we don't have to worry that we are praying or seeking help from someone that's almost like one of the experts we see on the news, that they say one thing one day and they say another thing the next day. God's not changing his mind here.
You're right.
He already knows the right answer.
Right. Right. And I may not know what the future holds, but I know who holds the future.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, I love that so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that in this time where we desperately want to help as moms, we do feel out of control. We kind of feel like we're being pressed between a rock and a hard place of where do we go next. We need to focus our eyes on the God who provides the healing.
I love it.
And we need to come to him with the expectation that he is going to do it.
Yes.
Not like, okay.
Right.
We'll see what you have to say.
Right.
No. Okay,
he's
God.
welcoming.
Yes.
And wants to give the healing.
Yes. And I've tried the other stuff.
No, it doesn't work very well.
No. I have tried the other stuff. And guess what? If I've learned anything out of this pandemic is that I do not have any control.
No.
But my God does.
He does.
I'm going to turn to him.
Yes.
I'm going to show me the exit, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Get me off the Rona-coaster.
Yeah.
But guess what? If I have to sit on this thing for a couple more ups and downs,
right,
my Jesus is going to be sitting
he's
right
sitting
next
right
to me.
next to us. Yeah.
Yes,
and
that's
he's
right.
keeping us safe. And
He
he's
totally
going to
is.
provide all we need for as long as we have to ride this thing.
So true.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Kate, based on what we talked about today, what is your one thing you want to walk away with?
So the verse that has been coming to my mind recently is in 1 Corinthians 13. And it says that we do not have a God of disorder, but of peace.
Yes.
And right now where it feels like so much is in disorder,
yes,
it goes so much with what you're saying that that's not our God. He is orderly. He is peace.
Yes.
And so lifting my eyes and looking to him. And I think for me, my one thing this week is going to be when I pray to God that I'm going to call him helper.
Ooh, that's good.
So that I remember this is who I'm talking to, you know?
Yes.
Because God sometimes feels distant,
Uh-huh.
you know, that term.
Yes.
But I need to claim him as my helper to help me remember this is who I'm talking to.
Yes.
And he's got this.
No, I love the idea of actually calling out the quality in God that we are desperate for in that moment.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I love that. I'm going to do that too.
Okay, good.
That's excellent.
Okay, love it.
Mamas, we are so glad that you joined us today. We love that you are here. We want to remind you, don't forget to subscribe so you do not miss an episode because, guys, I mean, this was just season 1, episode 1. We got a whole lot coming.
We do.
We are so excited. We want you to stay connected with us. You can find us on Instagram. Kate Henderson, your handle is?
At Kate Henderson.
And mine is the Rebecca Bradford. So make sure and check us out. We would love to connect with you and just join us next time.
Yes. Bye, moms.